A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development for Louisiana's political landscape, the Supreme Court has agreed to hear a contentious redistricting case that could reshape the state's congressional map, which currently includes 2 majority black districts. This case, set to be argued in early 2025, comes as Louisiana prepares for the 2024 elections under the existing map, which has been a focal point of legal battles over racial representation in voting. The Supreme Court's decision follows a lower court's ruling that invalidated the state's previous map, asserting that it discriminated against black voters. The justice's intervention allows the controversial map to remain in use for the upcoming elections, potentially influencing the balance of power in the closely divided House of Representatives. The crux of the case lies in whether Louisiana's state legislature relied too heavily on race when creating a second majority black district. The legal saga began in 2022 when Republican lawmakers drew a map that maintained 5 majority white districts and only 1 majority black district, despite black residents making up about 1/3 of the state's population. Civil rights advocates swiftly challenged this map, arguing that it diluted the voting power of black citizens in violation of the Voting Rights Act. U.S. District Judge Shelley Dick ruled in favor of the challengers, stating that the original map was likely discriminatory and ordered the state to redraw the districts to create an additional majority black district. However, the Supreme Court intervened, allowing the state to use its newly drawn map for the 2024 elections while the legal battle continued. This map, enacted in January, has faced scrutiny and was labeled by a 3-judge panel as an unconstitutional racial gerrymander. Yet, the Supreme Court's stay on this ruling means the map will be in effect for the upcoming elections. The new map, which stretches from Shreveport to Baton Rouge, aims to connect predominantly black populations across the state. However, it has faced backlash from some voters who argue that it represents a form of racial gerrymandering, violating the 14th Amendment. Critics, including a group of non-black voters, claim that the legislature's decision to draw 2 majority black districts was an explicit form of racial segregation that disregarded traditional redistricting criteria. The ongoing legal disputes highlight the challenges states face in balancing the need for fair representation with the complexities of race and redistricting. Louisiana's Republican officials have expressed frustration over the drawn-out litigation, describing it as an endless game of ping-pong that leaves the state caught in a cycle of legal challenges. They argue that the process forces them into a difficult position where they must consider race to comply with federal mandates, only to be accused of over-reliance on race in their redistricting efforts. As the Supreme Court prepares to hear the case, the stakes are high for Louisiana's political future. The outcome could significantly impact the representation of black voters in Congress and set a precedent for how states approach redistricting in the wake of the 2020 census. With the 2024 elections on the horizon, all eyes will be on the justices as they deliberate this critical issue of racial equity and representation in American politics. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.